YouTube, thank you guys for tuning in to another video, and today's video is going to be just about a simple, easy to follow system that you can apply to really every single one of your fades in the barbershop, guys. Like, this system is not limited to straight hair or to wavy hair. No, you can apply this all the way across the board. Tight coily hair all the way to the straightest hair. I believe that simple systems is what keeps you efficient and gives you the most amount of confidence going into every single haircut, and that's what it's all about. So if you don't know me, my name's Tito, and I make well over 6 figures in the barber industry. I don't do anything extra, I just cut hair and I film it. I want to help you achieve the same success in less time than it took me. So let's get right into it. Clipper close is how you start the fade. I used to go in with the trimmer and set a really harsh line because I was worried about it being extra neat. But you see, the thing is that the harder that I put this line in now, the harder it's going to be to take out later. So I'll start with the clipper all the way closed. This is going to be able to like tell my brain, hey, this is the bald line. This is where this fade is going to end. And you're gonna follow it up, trace it, like go parallel with the clipper all the way open. And you're gonna wanna make sure that when you do that second line, it's pretty much like spread out. You wanna make sure that you have space for gradients. So keep that in mind, man. Clipper close with the bald line, follow up with the clipper open. The rest of this is gonna be easy peasy, man. Stick with me. So guys, the foundation of the fade is already set, and now what we need to do is we're gonna go ahead and start fading down. Now, if you need to remove a lot of bulk, if it's like an excessive amount of hair, then you can do so. You know, you can do so with a bigger guard, like let's say a number 4. That's a safe one for me, especially like if you're gonna be like working up into scissor work. And that's why this is a system that works for pretty much all hair types. If you're working up into scissor work, you can debulk going straight into a number 4. You know, I like to go ahead with that 2. We're gonna go open, and then we're gonna follow up with it going closed. Now, the motion is what matters the most. With this number 2 guard, we're gonna be going pretty much heavy pressure at the bottom of the haircut, like at the bottom of the fade, and lightening the pressure as we go up. So kind of creating a scoop motion will allow you to layer and skip guards, so that way you don't have to go use the 6, the 5, the 4, the 3. Like, you can really just go straight with the 2. So 2 open, using the shape of the head as a ramp, up and off the head, very squared up motions. And then you're gonna follow up below that with the number 2 close. Barbers, are you sick and tired of dimming your phone screen every time you pull up your bank account because of the shame of how low the balance is? With the 6 Figure Barber Mentorship, we help you find and fix the weak points between our easy to follow modules and our over 20 live stream calls per month from Chris Basio and his coaching team. We're gonna help you build your clientele to beyond 6 figures and scale so you can start to buy your time back. And the best thing about this, you're gonna see results month 1 with our 30-day challenge. There's no better way to motivate you than to get you quick wins. The link is gonna be in the description. I'll see you guys soon. So you may already notice and see that this is starting to come together. Obviously there's a hard line there in the middle we're still looking at, but it's cool. We're gonna work on that next. So take the one guard. And you remember already the motions that we did with the two. We had the two, whether it was open or closed, both of them, we had pressure at the bottom and floated our way up. So we're gonna be doing that again with the number one guard. So if we start with the big one, lever open, right? Pressure at the bottom, float our way up to and through that line using the shape of a head as a ramp. So we can go ahead and start fading that out, man. So it's pretty cool. Look, let's go ahead and keep doing this here with the one open. Then after we do everything we can and we cut all the hairs possible with the one open, we're gonna follow up below that with the number one guard closed. Okay, doing this over and over again, you're gonna keep shaving away more and more layers of the hair. And you're gonna notice the gradient starts to pull together. This next step that we do after this is what's really gonna tie it all together, but this is laying the groundwork for a successful kill shot. So here we go, guys. Now we're gonna go back to the very first step that we started and stayed with, right? We started with the clipper all the way closed, and now what we need to do is we need to break through that line. Now, the biggest fear that most barbers have, and please leave it in the comments below if you can relate to this, is, oh my God, I'm gonna bring the fade up way too high. Like, I have no control. This low fade is gonna turn into a high fade. That's just something that you really are gonna have to get over if you're gonna have any success in this career. Here's the thing. The plan is, yes, we are going to go higher and higher in the fade. I wanna mentally prepare you for that. But you have a plan. You're gonna bring the fade up a little bit with the clipper closed. Cool. The next level up that we go is we're gonna have the notch open, and you're gonna bring it up a little more. And you got the next notch, and you're gonna bring it a little more. And you get the next notch, and you're gonna bring it up a little more. So yes, the fade gets higher and higher, but at the same time, it's getting longer and longer. So it's all gonna blend together really well. So from the clipper closed all the way to the clipper open, do your best to blend all of this together. Blend it right up into that one guard. Now your safety net is, you can use your half guard if you need to. If you're not like skilled enough yet to be able to blend from the half into the one, then cool, go ahead, grab your half guard. We have that also that comes with the same clipper. So do that, close to open, blend it into the one. And then I may touch it up a little bit here with the half guard, but very rarely do I need to. A lot of times I end up just fading from the clipper to the one guard. So let's watch this come together, and then we're gonna get into everybody's favorite thing, the lineup. So now, guys, what we're gonna do, we're gonna be fading out the beard, right? And the easiest, the simplest way for me to go about it, like if I don't even need to use any guard at all, I won't. But in this case, he did have a little bit of, this is more of a corrective job. He did have to go to a barber that was closer to him. You know, this is not my work that I'm fixing. So I'm gonna take this number 1 guard. And this 1 guard here, I'm gonna, with a very, very light touch, just start to transition the beard from bulky hair to shorter, tighter hair that's easier to get a fade on. But after I'm done working here with the 1 guard, starting from open and then closing it, right? Because the higher I get, the shorter the fade is gonna get. Then I'm gonna be able to just fade from the clipper open and little by little work my way towards clipper close. You know, start open and then notch closed, notch closed, notch closed. Eventually I'm all the way closed. And basically the idea is gonna be that I pretty much replicated the fade that's above the beard, but I replicated it in reverse order on the beard when fading out and blending the sideburn area. So like I said, this is corrective work from another barber who, for some reason, just made his chin so much shorter than the rest of his beard. It just looked crazy. But he did not want to remove all of the length to where it looked dumb for his trip coming up, right? So what I'm doing is I'm finding the length, the base length at the neck, and I'm going to be elevating the clipper towards me with the clipper closed, you know, and I'm going to be matching it to where his chin length is. Maybe not even doing a full match, because like I said, he wanted to make sure that he held on to as much length as possible. But yeah, guys, I like to start from the neck and pull my way out towards me. That is the safest way to approach a beard shape up, in my opinion. I've tried the other way around, starting from outwards and then working my way, shaping up the hair closer and closer towards the neckline, and it's been disastrous for me. But I like to shape that up first, and then I have a clearer idea of where to place my edges. Now this is also going to be tagged in the tagged section for the tagged products. This is the Tomb 45 Turkish razor, and I like to use Dorco blades personally, man. They are the sharpest. I've been able to shave a head and line up a beard. If you're interested in that, I'll definitely tag that also in the tagged products, because for me that's the best That's the best type to get right there, man. But yeah, we're just gonna be following up on the edge that we already did with the trimmers for his mustache and for his goatee area. But ask your client to puff out their cheek. That'll give you a nice tight surface that you can put a straight line on their cheek line, help you define their beard there, and asking them to release and pulling the skin tight for the rest of it. When you cut a straight line with the razor, as you release, you will start to see a nice soft curve that complements the shape of their head. So do this all the way around, take your time, and keep the blade pretty flat on the skin. You don't want to start like lifting it up and making them perpendicular. You want to keep them as parallel as possible, because that's how you can cut somebody. Now this is one of those haircuts that the front edge up is actually going to be pretty natural, so we can just put all our effort into the two corners, right? We're going to go ahead and establish right there where the corner would be, establish that vertical bar. If your client wants a C-cup, you can go ahead and define it, but make sure that, number one, you're not pushing the hairline too far back, right? You need to remove some hair in order for it to be a straight line, but you don't want to remove an unnecessary amount of hair. Then you can go ahead and step back and make sure that your two corners are looking even, adjust as necessary. But yeah, just work on keeping it even, but the key is don't push it back too far. And then the cool thing is, for the sake of efficiency, right, while we have this tool in our hand, the trimmer, now we can follow up and actually start to bald out and remove everything underneath that clipper close. Now, this is where it all ties in together, right? We started with the clipper all the way closed to create a soft bald line. So you're gonna see here why that's so important. You're gonna come right up underneath this with the trimmer, and it's gonna just bald everything out. Like there's no blending to be done at this point, right? It's just effortless at this point. So that's why you're gonna be able to see here. That's why we start with the clipper close, man. It's so important. So now what we can do, guys, is take your preferred foil shaver and just with a light touch, man, you don't want to go in and put too much of a hard line, but you can start to bald out the bottom of this fade, and it should be pretty clear like where you should put this shaver. You remember where you set that first trimmer bald line, and I'm sorry, the first clipper closed bald line, and you remember where you just went up to with the trimmer to bald out. So that's just about the general area there that you're going to do this. With a very soft touch, you just go in and kill it with the foil shaver. Now, I like using, in this case, the Braun on his head because, you know, his skin is a little bit more sensitive on the head, but he can handle a Braun shaver. On his face and the rest of any stubbles that I may have missed with the razor, I'll be able to use the Babyliss double foil shaver. All of these are going to be tagged in the tag section below. So thank you guys again for sticking with me through this video. Please comment down below, what was your favorite gem that was dropped in this video, guys? I definitely hope that it's been able to give you extra confidence when going into a haircut. You see, Haircutting doesn't have to be complicated. If you have a good system and you have the right products, it is easy peasy. So if you like the machines, if you like the tools, everything that we use today, I'm gonna tag everything that I can in the bottom left corner of this video. You'll see where it says tag products, and you can have a setup just like mine. Comment down below, man, any concerns or questions that you may have about this. If you have any special requests, I'll see what I can do, guys. Thank you for subscribing. I'll catch you guys in the next video.